When Watch Dogs 1 first came out in 2014, a lot of people saw it as just another open world game with a cool hacking gimmick. But looking back now, more than a decade later, it feels like the game actually predicted a lot about where technology and society were heading. Playing it in 2025 doesn't just feel nostalgic, it feels almost eerie. Think about the core idea of Watch Dogs. One man able to control an entire city through his phone. At the time, it seemed like science fiction. Sure, we had smartphones, but the idea of using them to manipulate traffic systems, security cameras, and personal data felt like a stretch. Fast forward to today, and we live in a world where smart cities are real, where traffic lights, security cameras, and infrastructure are connected to networks. Hackers actually can target these systems in real life. Watch Dogs didn't just make up a cool mechanic, it foreshadowed real concerns about cybersecurity. And then there's the profiling system. In the game, every single NPC has personal data you can scan. Their job, their income, sometimes even secrets they don't want the world to know. Back in 2014, this felt like a fun way to make NPCs unique. But today, that's our reality. Social media, online shopping, digital footprints. Companies already know more about us than we'd like. The game's warning about privacy and surveillance feels way more relevant now than it did at launch. Aiden Pierce might seem like just a brooding vigilante, but in hindsight, his story plays out like a cautionary tale. Even the way the game handles online invasions feels ahead of its time. Think about it. Another player seamlessly drops into your world, disguised as a regular NPC, trying to hack you without being noticed. That mechanic didn't just create paranoia in the game. It predicted the kind of always online interactions that have become normal in gaming. It's basically an early version of the invasion systems we've seen perfected in other franchises. But it also mirrors the way we live connected lives now, never quite sure who's watching on the other end. What's wild is that people back then complained that Watch Dogs was too serious, too paranoid, too focused on surveillance. But here in 2025, all of those themes have aged like fine wine. The idea of corporations watching everything we do? Real. The concept of personal data being more valuable than gold? Real. The fear that one person with enough skills could bring a city to its knees? Real. In some ways, Watch Dogs was less of a game and more of a warning dressed up as entertainment. So when you go back to Watch Dogs 1 today, it's not just about the hacking or the chaos you can cause. It's about realizing how much of what it showed us has actually happened. And maybe that's why it's still worth playing in 2025, because beneath the car chases, the gunfights, and the gadgets, this game was trying to tell us something, and we didn't really listen until now.